the story behind that photograph again?
Photograph? It was taken, that's the first picture was taken of us after we met. We met in August, and that was taken October 1st on Mom's birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And where was it? Where were you guys?
We were in Torrance at home of a couple named Eddie and Kazuko Schlossman.
Uh-huh.
And Eddie, I forget how I get to know Eddie. I think he was like a friend of Marion's next door. Yeah, and Kay is a Japanese girl from Japan that he married when he was over there.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of gave a party for Mom.
Uh-huh.
That first night.
Wow. So this was where again?
On 51st Place, where I lived with Dale when I met Mom. No, actually, I hadn't lived. I didn't live there anymore, but that's where I had lived when I met Marion, who introduced us. You know.
Who did introduce you to Mom?
Marion Fujimoto. You know.
Right.
So, I still had my crew cut, and Mom had all her teeth. You know, she always liked her mouth.
Uh-huh.
And then they took those teeth out.
Yeah.
So that's one.
So tell me about that one.
Well, that's in front of our store, and that's the truck that Pop had to deliver feed and groceries and stuff. And that's about it. Standing on there. I don't know what your truck that was, but it wasn't a bad truck, you know, as I recall.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know,
I'm sure.
and you know, the store, it was part of a network called Yorktown Service Stores, I think.
Oh, huh.
That's why you can see town, Yorktown,
Right.
and then Cora's Homemade Ice Cream, the signs of it.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd, you know, in the mornings carry stuff out front, and then at night, 11 o'clock at night, we'd carry it back in.
Oh, really? Wow.
We used to stay open real late.
Really?
Yeah.
Till 11 o'clock? Or till
Well,
10?
At least on weekends, at least till 10, yeah, he stayed open quite late. Yeah.
Huh. Well. Let me just check this focus is doing something funny. All right, Dad, so tell me about this one here.
Well, that's just Henny and me with Sparky.
Oh, really?
And I had that blown up because, you know, all the work I did a lot of picking strawberries and pulling weeds and stuff at the farm, and particularly picking strawberries, your knees got all wet, and you know, and that shows what I looked like in those days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that was, but I worked on the farm a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're, what, about 6? 7?
Probably so. Let's see. What do you think? Henny might have been 3 there?
3?
And I'm 8.5 years older. So I must have been 11.
Oh, okay.
I'd say. Yeah.
Wow.
Probably so. And that was in back of the store, you know.
Uh-huh. Wow. All right, Dad, tell me about that one there.
Well, you know, that's just about everybody that I grew up with. Jacobus. I mean, in the summertime we'd have, I think it was like a vacation Bible school or something.
Uh-huh.
And that was in front of one of the churches. And I mean, just a big majority of people that I knew when I was a kid are on there.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah. Stan's on there.
Are you in there?
Somewhere, yeah. There's Stan.
Right in back?
Yeah. There's me, right there. That's Red Arnold.
Where are you, Dad?
I'm right there. Look at that, right there.
Oh, that guy? Whoops, that guy?
Right, yeah. There.
Right, uh-huh.
Yeah. This guy's dead, Horatio.
Wow.
A friend of mine.
I'm gonna see if I could How far I could zoom in and get you. Doesn't seem to really want to focus. Oh, I see. I think it just has trouble focusing far away. Wait, I know. Actually, let me see. So that's you right there, right, Dad?
Yeah. Yeah. That's me.
There's red.
There's red. Yeah.
And then Stan is...
Stan's over in the left-hand corner.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
There's Stan.
That's it. I think that's Stan. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Got that one.
So what's this now?
Well, that's all, just about all of the federal probation officers in the western area of the United States in 1957. And we had a conference once a year. And that was at a Asilomar at Monterey, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I'm over there. Paul Chandler's just behind me.
Oh, yeah.
And Jerry Gutman is up there.
Wow.
And Paley. Paley is...
Is that Paley and Bass?
No, there's Paley.
Oh, Paley right there.
There's McAdams, Paley. Walt Lumpkin up there.
Walt Lumpkin, oh, right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can...
Most of those guys are dead. I mean, a whole bunch of them are dead. Gone.
Yeah. Let me see, I think we're going to have to do that thing where I hold it again.
Okay.
Oh, look at that, Dad. You have your eyes closed.
Yeah, I know. I didn't get much sleep on that trip.
Where was it?
Well, it was at the conference center at a Asilomar. And a bunch, these guys are big drinkers. They were kind of party guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then there's Walt.
And Jerry's to the right. A couple of people. Jerry Gutman, right in there.
Where is he pointing again?
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Wait a second, I'm having trouble finding him.
Let's see. He's more
Wait, he's...
down.
Where's Jerry?
With the colored shirt on. Polka dots.
Oh, there?
See him? He should be close to him.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's Jerry.
Yeah.
And then, where's Paley?
Paley is in the right-hand corner. Guy in front of him, Bob Freeman. The guy died really young.
Oh, yeah, that's Paley. Wow. Alright. Wait, okay, say again, Dad, explain this again.
Well, that's a graduating class at Pitt. It was like 20 people roughly. We started out with about 40, ended up with 20. And that's who they are.
And they were mainly black or Jewish?
Mainly black or Jewish, yeah, because social work at that time, was very attractive to blacks and Jews.
Yeah.
The gal in front there, I dated her a little bit.
Here?
A real short gal, yeah. Her name was Liesel Ellenbogen.
And there's you there.
That's me there. Yeah. Nice people. I mean, a lot of them, I don't remember their names. And that was taken on the steps of the Heinz Chapel. It's a chapel at Pitt. Beautiful chapel.
Wow.
I was fairly skinny in those days. I wasn't eating real good.
Right. Well, you have a kind of Erica smile.
Oh, yeah. And interesting thing there at Pitt, they had a student organization, and I was president of the student organization. Used to do funny things like had classes way, the school social workers on the 32nd floor of this cathedral of learning.
Right.
And I'd crawl out the window and be on like a little ledge. I mean, it had like a little thing about it. And then as the class was about to start, we'd open the window and I'd come in to make an announcement.
Oh, really?
And the profs never liked it too much.
Oh, wait, say that again? What was it?
Well, like just to make an announcement about what's going on in the student body.
Uh-huh.
And just to get attention, I'd be outside the window
Uh-huh.
when the professor'd come in, just about ready to teach. We'd open the window and I'd come in,
Uh-huh.
make an announcement.
Oh, that's funny.
They weren't crazy about that.
That's fun. Okay, Dad, sorry, go ahead.
Well, the main institution, there's a big fence around it. It was in the back.
Now, what is this?
That's the United States Disciplinary Barracks. And now it's a federal penitentiary, and now there's 3 other institutions there. And in front there, with those little rows, that's where we live.
Here?
Yeah, that's where we lived. And there was a little movie theater there, and tennis courts, and 2-lane bowling alley.
Uh-huh. And so it was a prison for who?
Military prison for Army and Air Force guys that had messed up.
Uh-huh.
Everybody there had a dishonorable discharge.
Uh-huh. Interesting. And what did you do there?
I was a social worker. Took case histories coming in, and then eventually I was assigned to what they call the administrative segregation, where they had guys living that couldn't get along in the population.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my caseload, and anytime anybody tried to commit suicide or something,
Mm-hmm.
I'd go see them.
Uh-huh.
And they were interesting guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how old were you then? Or how many years and how old were you?
I was there 20 months.
Okay.
20 months. Huh. Got out of there in 56.
Uh-huh.
56.
Wow. Okay, Dad, now tell me about this.
Well, it was a post volleyball team, and where we played, at that time there was a place called Camp Cook that had been there during World War II, but it was closed. We used to take prisoners up there to cut grass and stuff, but we got to use the gym up there. It was a beautiful big gym. And at one point we had this volleyball team, and we actually played in the 6th Army tournament up at Fort Ord.
Uh-huh.
And the guy on the right in the front, that's a guy who's a really good friend from Santa Ana. They used to bring me home on weekends.
Huh.
And he's the guy that was the quarterback when a guy named Don Mumo, who was a big All-American, he was the quarterback through the passes to Mumo. And the other guys, one guy, Bruce Beresford, was a post photographer, the guy up in the left-hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
The other guys, I'm not even sure their names, but they were big guys.
And there's you, of course. Oh, I see. Okay. Oops, the wrong side.
You want like an umbrella?
No, this is it. Okay, Dad, could you tell me about this photo? Could you tell me about this?
Well, it's my freshman year at F&M, and that was my roommate, a guy named Jack Corns, who I understand is gone. And he was a very nice guy, big drinker, and kind of a fancy guy, but we got along very well. And we had a real nice room there.
What year was your freshman year at F&M?
48, fall of 48. And that's when just a lot of guys that were out of the military were coming back to college, They were very serious guys.
Yeah. Well.
Peanut butter. Even then, I had peanut butter and crackers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
He had his Stegmeyer's beer sign.
Peanut butter and crackers. Where are the crackers?
Well, in that box right there. See the open box?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was from western Pennsylvania. I forget exactly where. One of these travel things where you put clothes in, you know.
Right.
And I just had little, I don't know what I had. I had so few clothes, you know.
Yeah.
But he came with just a big thing full of clothes. He had nice clothing.
Uh-huh.
Somewhere?
Well, no, I think this is as good as anything, but just difficult. All right, Dad, tell me about the...
Well, just, you know, just one of the things they gave me when I retired.
Right.
Thing they have made up.
So, how old were you when you retired again?
55.
And that was mandatory retirement, huh?
It was mandatory, yeah.
Wow.
When I turned 55.
Yeah.
At the end of the month, yeah.
Wow. Come on. What's this, Dad?
What?
What's this one?
Well, you know, they had the probation officers divided up into like 5 areas across the country, and each area gives an award once a year for kind of outstanding work, and they have a committee that nominates people and vote. So I got it that year.
Oh, wow. Can you, Dad, do me a favor and put your hand kind of about 5 inches away from the front of the lens and then pull it away? Okay, do that one more time. Okay. Just gonna push in. Okay, Dad, could you do that again? Your hand.
Put it up there.
Yeah, a little further away. There you go. Okay, pull it down. Oh, that's good. Okay. And what's this then?
Well, that's that night they kind of honored me, and I'm not quite sure why, but they gave me this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, Dad, tell me about this one.
Oh, well, that was our Boy Scout troop in Jacobus. And again, those guys were, a lot of them, just really close friends of mine that I grew up with. And quite a few of those guys are gone, too. And
how often would you go camping?
Oh, God, we went camping a lot because, we had all that area right around us there. But that was like a trip to a hunting camp in the mountains. And we went on the back of a truck, and you could see the sideboards of that truck. You couldn't do that anymore, they wouldn't let you. So.
Yeah.
But, and that was, I forget even the name of the area, but it was a really, really nice area.
You know where you are in there?
Yeah, I'm in the back row.
Oh, wait, that's you right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was first and second grade. And that's Homer Geisman, first and second grade teacher. Which is kind of amazing that they had, in those days, so long ago, they had a man as a first and second grade teacher.
Right.
We had no kindergarten.
Right.
And you could tell the way most of the guys are dressed. A lot of guys are just farmers,
Mm-hmm. I mean, the way a lot of the kids are dressed.
Yeah.
With the overalls on.
They wore the overalls. They weren't fancy then. They were for real,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, where are you? Are you right in the middle there?
I'm in the very first row on the right. I was about to say.
Oh.
I was smaller than most of the girls.
It's you. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think. Mom won't like it. I don't think it should.
All right. Okay, I won't put it in. But so that was your college girlfriend, Jeannie Wade.
Yeah, all through college, and then Don and Dolores. They got married.
Uh-huh.
And then Don Wagner, that's his wife's sister. She was in nursing school, and she couldn't go to some of these things, so took her place.
And then this is the same.
Same thing.
Same event.
No, it's just a different dance.
Okay.
Different dance.
Wow. That's in college.
That's in college.
You with Jeannie Wade right in the middle there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this thing, what that is, the Boy Scouts used to meet in a fire hall.
Right.
In Jacobus.
One
time we cleaned it out and we found.
There you go.
Okay. We found those things, and I had that preserved, but it kind of, came apart.
You had this. Oh, when did you have this preserved?
Well, just because it's so old.
Oh no, when? When?
Well, when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And it, kind of burned, I guess.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Where did you find this again?
In the fire hall, upstairs, the fire hall where we used to hold our scout meetings.
Wow.
We were cleaning it out one time.
Right.
And it's just an old flyer about the fireman's picnic.
Yeah.
From 1894. Grand picnic.
Pub Grove.
Bups.
Bups.
Bups. That was a name there.
Bups.
Bups.
Bups Grove. Bups Grove. Huh. 1.8 miles east of New Paradise. Wow, that's great.
Yeah. See, that was the first name of Jacobus. And they got it confused with Paradise, Lancaster County.
Uh-huh.
So they changed it to Jacobus. And they named it after Jacob Geisman. Jacob, and then he was the postmaster, so they put the U.S. on the end.
Oh, that's funny.
That's how they get the name.
Jacob U.S. Jacobus.
Jacob.
Wow. Okay, Dad, tell me about this.
Well, I don't know much. Somebody gave it to us, Jacobus, but Mom, apparently it says she was the assistant leader.
Your grandma, your mom.
Yeah, my mom, Salem Reform Mission. So I think it was, they kind of had a thing for kids.
Right.
And she was the assistant.
And that's her right there, right?
Right there, yeah. That's right, yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know what year that was, but I think it was before we were born.
And that's in Jacobus, Pennsylvania.
Probably in the late 20s.
Wow.
Yeah. And Mom was pretty lady.
Yeah. Let's see, let's move in on that. There's Grandma, my grandma, your mom right there. Wow. Well, it's amazing, all the different faces,
Yeah, I know.
All the kids.
Yeah, some of those little kids, I probably knew, as adults.
Right.
The guy on the end looks like Stan, but it's not Stan.
Well. Yeah, Grandma.
And it says that the minister, his name is Heller, and I think he's the guy that baptized me.
Wow. There you go.
So you just want to put the stuff in here,
Oh,
you want to take any of it?
all right, Dad, so tell me about this one.
Well, we had men's breakfast once a week at Grandpa's restaurant from the old Faith Church, and a lot of guys showed up, as you can see.
And what day?
It was a men's breakfast.
On what day of the week?
I don't remember what day of the week.
Oh, okay.
It was a weekday. It was early in the morning.
Wow.
And I think they'd meet once a week.
And that's Grandpa right there in the middle and you on the right.
Right in the middle, yeah. And you can see
my Grandpa Gonzalez.
And you can see the sign of the restaurant.
Cook Core.
New Mexico Spanish Kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great
Those guys,
picture.
they like Grandpa.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they liked him a lot, yeah.
That's great. I'll take that along with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Flop it in there.
So, Dad, what I think would be good to do is...
Twice.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, now, I'll show you where that. If you could hold this, right there. Well, no, I'll have this side. You have that side. So you take the two corners and kind of try to flatten them out.
I see. Okay.
Okay. I might have to pull this back a little.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, geez Louise. Big. Oh boy. Hang on. I'm sorry, Dad. Just trying to figure it out, yeah. Okay, let me see here. Okay, well, get that corner up there, could you?
Yeah.
All right, Dad, tell me about this one.
Well, it was see on the flag there, it has a G. This was George Company. at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, where I took basic training. And
Let's go up a little bit on your side.
we were there in the middle of the summer. Hot place. And one of my good buddies was that guy next to me on my right, Jack Coleman from York.
My dad, and there's his. No, there's my dad, and there's.
Yeah, that's Jack.
Okay, let's move in for that. Whoops. Sorry. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay, now. Boy, I sure have to move it close, huh? So, Dad, that's you, huh?
That's me.
Right there.
Right there, yeah.
You and that's Jack Coleman from York. A good buddy of yours from York, huh?
Yeah.
There next to you.
But I never knew him until we went in the Army.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I see another guy over here, by the way, he had been like a juvenile delinquent.
Uh-huh. Where?
His name was Don Lesher.
Put your finger on?
That guy right there.
Oh, you knew that guy? I
Yeah.
see.
And he's the guy who told me, well, Cor, if we ever go into battle, I hope I'm next to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. That guy.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow. Interesting. Okay, Dad, could you tell me about this one?
Well, that's while I was at Lompoc, and that was the first Christmas I was away from home. That would have been like in '54. And I think that might have been Christmas Day, and one of my buddies was a postal photographer, so he's always taking pictures of me. And that was on the beach at Lompoc, which is a real windy, cold place with all kind of driftwood. And beautiful place, but it's just too cold for people to be there.
Uh-huh. Huh.
But as you can see, on Christmas Day, it was not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Hey, Mom. How are you?
Good.
Good.
We have 1 hour.
Tell me about this and point at stuff and...
Well, it was just the old farm where Grandpa was born and grew up, and it used to be out in the country, and now it's on the outskirts of York, but the house is still there, but everything else is gone. And it was like a 150-acre farm, and there was an iron quarry up in the one corner where...
We'll point. We'll go up there and point.
It's kind of way up in here.
Uh-huh.
And we went there a lot when we were kids. I mean, he didn't live there anymore, and his family didn't live there, but we visited there a lot. And I think he slept on the 3rd floor, and I was never inside the house because never was able to get in there.
That's where Grandpa Cor,
Yeah.
your dad,
And
was born.
And his dad, I think, I don't know if his dad was born there or not, but he lived there. His dad's name was Louis Cor, and my dad knew all the people, all the neighbors. We used to go visit them in the area. And it was really a beautiful place, beautiful farm. And that's a farm where they had the sinkholes. Every now and then come out and a big hole would be in the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And he and my uncle would have loved to have bought it when they put it up for sale.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were asking something like $22,000. That was way back, and they didn't have anywhere close enough money. But it was bought and developed.
Wow.
And then there's also a school, grade school, in the one corner. You know, Grandpa had his own horse. He had an Indian pony. And he had a pretty good life there, I think.
Wow.
And he and Grandma got married before they really intended to, I think, because one of Grandpa's sisters got married and she and her husband moved in, and somehow Pop didn't like the vibes somehow.
Uh-huh.
He wanted to get out of there.
Wow.
There's a lot of little things on this shirt. Oh, excuse me.
So, all right, Ted. So,
Let's see.
whoops. Let me actually focus that.
Well,
Hey, Dad. So who's that?
that's Grandpa. with his horse.
Wow, that's Grandpa Core, huh?
Or, yeah,
Your dad
my dad.
with his Indian pony.
That's his Indian pony. I have no idea what the pony's name was, but he always had a horse of his own.
Wow. And then this is his father, right?
No, that's Grandma's father.
Okay, Benjamin Dar.
Benjamin Jacob Dar, B.J. Dar. They call him B.J.
Wow.
And he was much younger, because he looks there very much like an uncle of mine, who was his son. Yeah, that's who I thought it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's your mom's dad.
That's my mom's dad, and he lived just, half a block away from us.
Wow, and then.
And that's a house that Grandma and Grandpa Core built before they got married, so that they could move into when they got married.
Wow.
They borrowed money from, I forget if they borrowed it from Grandpa Dar or Grandpa Core. I think from Grandpa Core. I think they paid $6,000 to have that house built.
Wow, that's
and
a
you
lot.
can see it wasn't much there when
Yeah.
they had the house built.
Yeah.
And that's where Stan and I were born.
That's a house where you were born in?
Born in, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's the barn and the field where we had the store.
Mm-hmm.
And see, we just were like horses for Grandpa.
Okay, so that's Grandpa.
That's Grandpa, and that's Stan on the left.
There.
Yeah, and that's Lou Stalk and me pulling
Oh, which one's you?
on the left.
So you're kind of in the smallest in the shot there.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah. and that's at the same time. You can see Stan on the right, and I think that's me in the back. I'm not quite. I'm just not sure. But
That's Grandpa.
We were helping Grandpa.
Wow.
And he used to rent a horse every so often to do plowing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did. And then that's a Dar, and I think they were the parents, if I'm not mistaken, of my. I think they either were the parents of my grandfather or he was his brother. I'm not sure.
Right.
Grandma Core used to know who those people were, but they're Dars. I know that.
So these may have been your great grandparents.
My grandparents, or more likely maybe like my mom's uncle.
Right.
I think that possibly is who it was.
Right. Wow.
And that's like it says down below. That's Curtis Dar.
Yeah, your mom's
When he was a
brother.
boy, yeah. He was just a wonderful guy.
Wow.
Yeah, down at the old house there.
Yeah. At the old house, like whose old house?
Well, where Grandma was born and grew up, in Jacobus.
Wow.
Yeah.
And of course, this is
That's a recent shot of people from Faith Church, and the group that we were involved with when you guys were born, and where we're at the church there, and we still, once a year or so we still see a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Here's Mom.
That's at her office,
Yeah, the massage business.
And again, inside at the massage room at her office.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to take these if that's
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But I just want to.
Yeah. What is that? Well, that's the house in Jacobus where Grandma was born and raised, and that's where I went all the time when I was a kid. Went to get my sugar bread from Grandma.
So your mom was born here and
That's
raised
right.
here,
Yeah.
and then you went to get sugar bread from your grandma.
My grandma. Yeah.
And what was her name?
Her name was Alice.
Alice.
Alice Dar.
And what was
Alice
her?
Baker Dar.
And what was the baker?
That was her maiden name.
Oh.
Yeah.
And did she go by Alice Baker Dar?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
And now,
I just knew her as Grandma.
and what was your grandpa's name on the Dar side?
Benjamin Jacob Dar.
Okay. Benjamin Jacob Dar.
And the little barn behind there, I helped build that barn.
Mm-hmm.
We all got.
You're right here, that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow. And then, of course, that's your mom and dad.
Yeah.
Their wedding photograph.
They were 19 and 24.
19 and 24. Ida Dar.
Ida Dar.
And Curvin Core. And then Ida Core.
And they were married on June 19th, and I think in 1925, if that would figure that out.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah.
And that's when I went to Pitt, and they dropped me off at the YMCA, which is actually across the street, and that's a big Presbyterian church right there.
Uh-huh.
But that was the day they dropped me off in Pittsburgh.
For college?
For graduate school.
Oh, for graduate school, for your master's.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Everybody looks younger there.
Yeah.
And that's just a great old shot of Stan and me. We always had animals or chickens. Stan had chickens, pigeons, guinea pigs.
Wow.
All that sort of thing.
So you're there with a rabbit.
With a rabbit, yeah.
Yeah.
Country boys. And that's Grandma Baker Dar when she was a young girl, probably about, I don't know, 15.
That was your mom's mom.
Right.
Wow. When she was about 15.
Probably so. I don't know.
So that's your grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And of course, there's a photograph that I took.
Yeah.
Of Grandpa Core.
It's a great shot of him. He loved music, you know.
Yeah.
And that's Grandma Core as a young girl.
Yeah.
It's nice they had pictures taken in those days.
I know. It's a great photograph, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandma.
And that's her again. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. You think she's like 15 or 16 there?
Something like that, yeah.
Maybe not that old. And she looks a little like Sarah Rank there.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Boy, it's sure great seeing those guys, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They came out for the wedding.
And it was nice that we could spend that afternoon just kind of
Sitting around.
and getting to know the girls. And,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, so first of all, before you open it, tell me what this book is. Okay, we'll slide it into place.
Well, it's just a book that one summer I was having trouble finding work, so I occupied my time by getting old pictures together and putting this scrapbook together.
And how old were you then?
You know, I think I might have been in high school.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So here we go. We remove the front cover.
That I think actually this has to do with the guy that was my first chief probation officer.
Okay, well,
there you go. C.H. Metter. Cal Metter. And he was just a marvelous individual.
hey Dad, I'm going to turn off the TV over here, turn it down just so I can
Oh, yeah.
hear you, okay?
Go right ahead.
Boy, they're getting Olympic coming.
So he was a guy with like a 6th or 7th grade education and loved people, and he just did a great job.
Huh.
And I was fortunate to work there. Well, that was Henny's in college.
Play she was in?
Place she was in, Elizabeth. I think that was her commencement, her West York. See, I wasn't there. I was in the Army or somewhere off.
Okay, because there's Henny,
That's Henny.
your sister.
Honor student recognized.
Yeah, well, there.
Yeah.
When we had a core.
As Liberty speaks. That's just downtown Pitt years ago. It used to be all warehouses down here, and they kind of cleaned it up. And now I'm sure it's much different.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that, it shows the Cathedral of Learning, which is the centerpiece of. And the stadium they recently tore out.
Huh.
The pits are, and then there's the old Forbes Field, which is no longer there.
Something missing.
So a lot of pictures taken out. Yeah.
I'm sure they're still around somewhere.
Yeah.
So when you guys want to eat,
This
There's soup?
tell me,
Okay.
because I'll warm some of it up.
Okay, okay.
this shot here, Mark, is the best of my understanding. That's my grandma core.
Wow.
It could have been this lady here, but I think I understand this is my cousin who we know.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my cousin Jean, and that's me.
Wait. Okay, now who? Explain again.
So this would be my grandma core.
Uh huh.
This is my cousin June Lang.
Mm-hmm.
This is my cousin Jean Core,
Okay.
and that was me.
Wow. And who's that woman in the middle?
Well, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. And this was Stan and me. That's me in the middle. This is Stan.
Uh huh.
And that was my cousin Glenn Core, whose nickname was Friday.
Uh huh. Wow. Man.
Well, you can kind of see, just Grandma, Grandpa, and Stan and myself.
Yeah.
My cousin Lavera Core.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where?
This is Lavera. She's my oldest cousin, I think. Someday we ought to talk to her, and Doris and more cousins.
And then that's you.
That's Stan and me.
And Stan. And who's this?
That's Stan and me.
Which one's you? The
That's me.
monkey?
Yeah.
And then that's Stan and you?
That's right.
And you?
You on a birthday, me on a birthday.
And then, oops, here, I'm going to slide this down. And then here we go. Here's you.
You, me, Grandpa.
I'm sorry, you on top.
You on top, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And these are carpentry sets we got one Christmas.
Uh-huh. Wow. Oh yeah, there's that
one
there's
shot.
the shot.
Yeah. Some garden. This is a sign at our store. And these cousins, it was Jackie and Don. Their dad I never knew. He died before I knew him. And they're
Wow, that's great on the haystack
they're
there.
both gone. Yeah. Actually, those are shocks of corn piled together.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
Wow. And this is is that your car?
That's our car. Yeah.
And who's that there?
Well, I think it's Stan and me and Jeannie Core.
Okay.
And again, I think Don Core and Don Core. And these are the Dar boys.
Uh-huh.
One of those is gone. But we went a lot of Sunday afternoon hikes with Grandpa.
Wow.
This is one of the sinkholes, like I told you, on the old farm.
Mm-hmm.
That was Don. It was just a friend of theirs, and my cousin Jackie. And here, Grandma was pregnant with Henny on that shot.
Wow.
That's why she's kind of laughing, kind of funny. This is where Stan used to have his pigeons.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And that was next to the store, and that was a store sign. This was one of our neighbors in Jacobus. I still see him. And this guy is the son of the 7th and 8th grade teacher who was superintendent of Sunday school. And when he was a baby, somebody left him on their doorstep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they wanted him to have a good home, so they left him there.
Wow.
And they raised him.
Wow. That's great. That's funny how that really happened.
Yeah. So we had a big picture of, one of these more kids, but that's like a daily vacation Bible school.
Is that Henny? And
That's
you?
Henny and me. And Henny.
Henny with a cat?
And Henny was Stan and me. and Henny with my cousin Jeannie.
Where? Here? There? Oh, that's Henny.
Yeah.
And that's Jeannie.
Yeah. And we saw that picture blown up.
All right.
And this is Grandma and Grandpa Dar. That's the way I remember them looking, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
Henny.
It's Henny with a bunny.
Yep. Stan with, that's the same dog. Bigger.
Oh,
see?
Yeah.
And Henny there.
Henny, yeah.
The Lone Ranger, he was a friend of mine.
Let's see. The Lone Ranger. And you used to listen to Lone Ranger on the radio, right?
All the time. Yeah.
The radio show.
And I think I was in 5th grade there.
Wow. What's this?
Okay, this is when I bought my first bike, 2750. It was a used bike.
Okay, so August 28th. Wait, July. Wait, what's August? August 28th, 1942.
I think 42, yeah. War was just going crazy at those times.
War was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but I saved that. I bought that with my own money, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
So, and then Henny, and then our next door neighbor, and then Henny again, and then Henny, and the next door neighbor.
Grandpa Henny on the
Grandpa
shoulder.
Henny. Yeah. Stan. That's, you know, the old church, and this is when I joined the church.
Mm-hmm.
There's red. That's about all you'd know in there.
It's the back cover's
That's
kind
good.
of sliding around funny. Hang on, let me try to fix this up. Okay, so anyway, there we go.
And that had to do with joining church. You know,
Right,
confirmation.
so April 1943. So that was during the war.
Yeah. And there's more pictures having to do with the Boy Scouts.
And you did that blanket toss thing?
Yeah.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it's fun.
Who's that up in the air, do you know?
I really don't know. Could be me.
It's a great picture. And then that's a scout troop?
More Scouts. Yeah.
Wow. And that's you with a...
This Indian headband. Head feathers.
Yeah.
And those are just good friends I just drew. You know, I used to draw quite a bit when I was a boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
And
great.
Curtis, you know, Curtis was an artist. He used to give me lessons way
Right.
back when.
Wow.
Yeah.
So those are your drawings.
Those are my drawings, yeah.
Wow. Here we go.
And this is actually like a report card for 1st through 8th grade. It's kind of interesting, right there in one spot. And this is a guy that was superintendent of schools. He was just a wonderful man.
Right.
And he was the 8th grade teacher.
Uh-huh. Certificates.
I think that's just, you know, get out of the 8th grade and could go to high school if I wanted to.
Right, right. Huh.
And this all had to do with junior high school in York for the 9th grade. And just, had to do with high school, where we felt like kind of second-class citizens, but I enjoyed being there.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, we were country people
Oh, because high school was in York.
in York.
But
And we got there the best way we could, you know.
yeah.
So, and this is Stan's, well, it was Grandpa's lot in those days.
Uh-huh.
And
Wow.
that's another dog. Its dog's name was Bubbles.
Uh-huh. Wow. And that's the dam in York, right? And no, it was
Jacobus.
in Jacobus, yeah.
Yeah. That's York High.
Wow, that's where you went to high school.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still there?
Still there, yeah. Mom and I got to see it until, you know, when we were back there last time. And that was just an extra shot taken somewhere, like, I don't know if I was a senior or somewhere.
Right, wow. I'll go over there.
And this, you know, this one teacher encouraged me to join. It's called the Alpha Debating Society. And it was just pretty good guys.
The debating society.
Yeah.
Where? In the high school?
York High, yeah. Right
Okay.
there. And that's, you know,
Henny.
Mom and Pop and Henny and
Oh,
Henny.
yeah, Grandma, and Henny, and Henny.
Yeah. And when Henny was growing up, I was basically gone, you know. So we had kind of two different childhoods.
And this is you here.
And this
National Thespian Society.
Well, I was in a couple of plays at York.
Wow.
And then this is a Spanish club.
Wow. And that's you there.
York High, yeah.
More grades.
More grades. More grades.
Wow, boy, a lot of report cards. English, chemistry, I think geometry, physical education, personal living.
And this here, it was the first time I went to Philadelphia. I was a senior in high school. And I was on this committee to write the graduation commencement pageant.
Uh-huh.
So we went to see Song in Norway.
Huh. Wow.
These are just, I don't know, mementos or whatever. But you can see a lot of people in our class, 648.
Yeah.
But it was the only high school in the area in those days. Now it's
Right.
many high schools.
Right, right.
And this was our program, our commencement program. And the pageant was called Music, the Language of the Soul.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And that's kind of a nice thing. There is no truer truth obtainable by man than comes of music.
The program for the
Commencement, yeah.
commencement.
And then I can't tell you about all these, but these are just pictures I got. That's what they used to do. You know, you used to have your picture taken, you'd put notes on and give them to people.
Right, the graduating high school.
Yeah. And some are from, the year before, or maybe even, or 2 years before.
Right.
Some year after.
Wow. Boy, many.
This girl, when I was in junior high school, she was kind of my girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
And I dated this girl. This girl, a Jewish girl that I dated. Really nice person.
Uh-huh. Wow. It's funny because I used to look at old photos like these, and I couldn't see them as being contemporary, being like like that this person would live now or something. Or
Yeah.
they look that way now, but nowadays, all these faces I can see as being, just the same as
Yeah.
as anyone else, walking around on the street today.
These girls are twins.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that's your high school photograph, right?
That's it, yeah.
That's that classic shot. So that's your graduating shot from high school.
Right, yeah. Those are just extra little shots, Henny and me, during my senior year, we moved into York, that's when...
That's when Grandma and Grandpa moved into York.
Yeah, right.
Your senior year in high school.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So that must have been good. Hey, what precipitated that? Why did your mom decide?
They couldn't, I think they were selling the store. I mean, Pop never owned a store, he just rented the store.
Okay, uh-huh.
So somehow he didn't have access to the store, didn't have enough money or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they went in and got another store.
Yeah, the one in town.
Yeah.
On Poplar.
On Poplar, yeah. Yeah.
Franklin and Marshall College.
And it just has to do with applying to college and getting accepted.
Wow. We have received your final grades and your credentials. File is now complete. The enclosed card is to be presented when you come to the campus for registration orientation on Thursday, September 16th. So this was your acceptance letter. This was like that big,
basically
important letter that.
Yeah.
Well, all freshmen who do not live in Lancaster, either with their families or relatives, will not commute to their homes, are required to room and take meals in Hartman Hall during their freshman year. Were you in Hartman Hall?
Yeah.
Oh. And this is...
You can see how much it cost in those days. Tuition, $250.
Food, $200. Registration, $5. Paid on account, $455. $100. Amount due, $355. Wow. And who paid for that? Your mom and dad?
They did. I mean, I paid for a lot of extra stuff. They paid for kind of tuition, you know.
That's great.
I'm not sure how. But
Yeah. Goodbye. We are gonna miss you.
and I think that was some people I worked with. Yeah, I worked at a potato chip factory, you know, for 3 years.
For 3 years, for 3 summers?
3 summers, yeah.
Wow. Freshman regulations. Freshmen shall support all college and class functions and attend all athletic events. That's interesting, the rules. Yeah. What's this? Is this to a dance in college?
I guess. Must have been.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
so Dad, you put this together after college then, right? This
Well, you
book?
know, that's right. It must have been, I don't know. Yeah, that's true.
Coke.
I had those pictures.
This is my set of back teeth from Henny.
Buck teeth.
Oh,
You know,
buck
her
teeth.
teeth always kind of stuck out in front.
Oh,
It was
right.
kind of like a plastic thing or something she sent me.
Oh yeah, here are your grades. Wow, look at that. You got 2 C's that year. That's
Yeah.
well. General biology and general math. Spanish A, English composition B, history of US A. Cook, we hope you are definitely coming to the party tonight. We're looking forward to seeing you. Ed McClare.
That's a guy from York that was in Chi Phi fraternity. You know, and I had no idea about joining a fraternity, but
Right.
all my friends were, and it just seemed like the thing to do, you know.
Okay, so this is you in college.
This is in college. This is a girl from York. This is Don Wagner and the gal he married, Fred Reese, who I still see from time to
And
time.
this is you here?
And this is me, and I met this girl one time going to a basketball game down near Philadelphia, and she wrote to me, and anyway, her name was Jenny Knauer. And that was like, I think that's about the first dance I ever went to with Jeannie Wade.
Wow.
These, you can see I lived in an area, since my name started with K, they kind of had you in the dorm according to alphabet.
Right.
And a lot of Jewish names start with K, so all these Jewish guys lived around there.
Wow.
And they took a couple of us out for Christmas that first year, which
Oh, wow.
was pretty nice.
This is
There's
you.
that same Knauer gal.
This is freshman.
That's a, yeah.
Oh, and that's the girl that you dated some.
Yeah.
Wow. She was pretty.
It's a pretty girl, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all my old chums.
Wow. That's great. Where are you there?
Oh, I'm right here in the middle.
Chi Phi fraternity. Was that the first year?
I think so, yeah, 49, because I got there in 48.
Wow.
And that, I think that just had to do with like the last month in college or something, you know. Yeah, looks that way. And this is,
Whoops.
The same.
Oh, I'm skipping something here.
okay, just more
Grades
of
and
the same.
Dear Mr. Court, it gives me great pleasure to inform you that your son has merited inclusion in the Dean's List for the present term. This represents an earned distinction to which you may be well proud. I congratulate you on his success. That's nice.
Nice, huh?
I sent that to your mom and dad.
Yeah. And Jeannie Wade was a year behind me, so that was her high school graduation dinner, and several friends. She and I in the back there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Henny.
Penny, somewhere along the line,
Yeah.
and Jeannie,
Wow.
a swell kid. She says.
Coke, best of luck to a swell kid, Jeannie. Wow. Grades.
Just or grades or schedule or something.
Oh, schedule, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, schedule.
That's that's a fraternity house. You remember that? We used to fix it up for homecoming.
Oh, Crush Swarthmore.
Swarthmore.
Sorry.
That's where Tom teaches now. You know, Swarthmore.
Tom. Oh, yeah, Tom.
Tom D.
Sarah's husband.
And that was a bad situation. Some guy killed a secretary while we were there.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Some guy at the.
He was he's a vet. There was a lot of vets there.
Oh,
Those days.
right. Wow, that's sad. Was it kind of like sort of a weird relationship?
Well, I guess. I mean,
rape
you know,
thing or something?
I don't know exactly how it all came about. But, you know, it was big news in a little college town.
When that was the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never knew
It's
him.
amazing, you know, just murders always happen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just people think it's getting so much worse, but you know, the
Yeah.
you know, it's to live in nature, like, you know, monkeys and all that jazz. It's much more dangerous out there. There's much more murder out in like
Yeah.
out in the wildlife.
Mm-hmm.
There's you and Jeannie, right?
Yeah, another picture.
The dance. Did you have fun at those dances?
Oh, they were great dances, yeah. You know, we had big bands and nice places. That was my sophomore year. Lived with Don Wagner. He's a guy that became an Air Force general, you know.
Oh, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, right.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah. Chi Phi,
More the same, just another year.
1950. Franklin Marshall.
Oh, I'd gone in trying to get some assistance, and they gave me, they helped me get a little scholarship.
That's good. Wow. Oh, yeah, here's the next year.
Next year.
He dressed the dorm up like a big cat with fangs.
Yeah.
What's this? This house?
That's it. That's just taken from a different angle.
Wow.
Chi Phi house.
Okay. Well, here, let me just scoot this. Oh, what's this here?
Well, I think that was like a party at homecoming.
Is that you?
So. No, that's me there, the back of my head.
Oh.
That guy's name was, I forget his name.
There's the Chi Phi house, like a
Yeah.
cat.
Mm-hmm.
What's this?
Well, I don't know who we were playing in those days. It was some kind of Wildcats or something.
Yeah, huh. Oh, sure, sorry. Wow, this is one of the first color photographs.
Yeah, and that was at some guy's house. He was quite a rich guy, and threw his house open after one of the dances or something.
Man, that's great. A kind of a hobo shack.
Yeah. Now this is a whole new thing. It has to do with selective service system. It has to do with the draft.
Okay.
See, ordered a report for physical exam at 51. And that's when Korea was going on.
Wow. And you were like, don't want to go to Korea.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to leave college. But
Yeah, no, of course. So this, you had to keep your grades up to stay in college, right?
Yeah,
Not go to
right.
Korea.
Uh-huh.
That must have been weird when Korea came along.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is, selective service system. Yeah, Bachelor of Arts, Liberal Arts. I imagine that kind of motivated you to go for your master's too. A little bit, no.
A little bit. It's just I didn't know what to do when I got my undergraduate degree.
Yeah. This was the dog?
That was Mr. Dubs, we call him.
Hmm.
This guy just died not too long ago, Mike Christie. And there we are. This was Jeannie's mother on her way to Atlantic City one summer. That's in Philadelphia.
Wow. Because she was from Philadelphia?
No, we were Philadelphia's on the way to Atlantic City. And there Greg shows up.
Oh, this is
Greg Carter.
yeah, your brother's first son.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And Jean went to Millersville State Teachers College, and she was homecoming queen her senior year.
Your girlfriend, Jeannie Wade.
Yeah.
Were you dating her at that time?
Huh?
Were you dating her at that time?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow.
And so we had to take a comprehensive exam to graduate.
Mm-hmm.
See, got an A.
Yeah, that's great. Wow. Oh, that's interesting.
So these are more photos, and this is like one of the parties. I think it was kind of a French party or something like that.
Yeah, you're all wearing berets and stuff. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
And this is my Aunt Mary.
Mm-hmm.
She was married to my dad's brother, and she I guess was over there one time. And that was Jean's graduation.
Wow.
Big picture in the back of her house.
Yeah. Chi-Fi 1952. Franklin and Marshall 1952.
You want to see this guy traveling? He's just one guy.
Okay.
See what?
Okay, Dad, what are these pictures of?
These are just all graduation pictures from my graduation.
From your graduation,
Yeah.
from
F&M.
Franklin and Marshall.
F&M. Yeah.
Your bachelors.
Right. The kind of faded old photos now you can see.
Yeah.
And this dorm is no longer there. You know. it's-
Yeah, that. Where's your room? Where was your room in that dorm?
Well, it was up in this corner. You can't see it.
Okay, because it. Yeah, that's right. Because
Yeah.
it bent around. Okay, and then that's you with Henny or something.
That's Jean Wade.
Oh, that's Jeannie Wade. Okay, and then that's you.
Yeah.
And this is your dorm.
That's for fraternity.
Oh, fraternity. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. You know what, Dad? Remember, I saw that fraternity
Yeah,
house.
you saw it when it was really beat up. at one
It doesn't exist anymore, right?
time. Oh, it does.
Oh, it does. Oh.
Yeah.
Another selective service thing.
Yeah. And this has to do with Pitt, getting accepted at Pitt, I guess.
I'm happy to inform you that on the recommendation of the Committee of Admissions, I have approved the acceptance of your application for admission to the School of Social Work for the fall semester 1952-1953. Wow. That's great. No.
This is a wedding. This is Don Wagner's wedding and Janet.
Wow.
She was in that wedding.
You were in the wedding. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's you right there. You're best man.
Best man. And then Don and Dolores Reed was in that wedding.
Wow.
And-
Yeah, there you are right there. Oh, yeah, a little bit of the
Yeah.
pit thing stuck to it.
Yeah.
These are to put in your window of your car, right?
Yeah, right. And just pictures from Pitt.
Okay, this is says the Brule.
Buell, I don't
Buell?
know. Buell Library, School of Social Work. Yeah. That guy was the dean at the time.
University of Pittsburgh campus and medical center. Wow.
And I used to hitchhike back and forth quite a bit, you know.
Yeah, that's
why
what this is.
I had to, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where I lived the first year at the YMCA.
Wow.
Real old beat up building. It was
Yeah.
cheap.
Student identification card. Wow. It's funny, the hitchhiker thing.
I had amazing hitchhiking experiences. Like one time a guy picked me up, said some black guy, he said, I don't know why I'm picking you up. He's a foreign student, and the last guy he picked up had knocked him over the head and took his money.
Oh my gosh. A foreign student.
Yeah,
Where was he from?
somewhere in Africa.
Really?
This is where I worked the first year at Pitt, called Bashir Association, what they call a settlement house, down near the steel mills.
God, that's odd. A black guy from Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, what a strange thing to come to America during that time, you know?
I know, yeah.
Wow, look at that. It's a different kind of printout, you know?
Yeah.
Report card.
These are just little gatherings of the School of Social Work. You know.
Oh, uh-huh.
The gals, that was kind of the gal that was my advisor.
Uh-huh. Clowning around.
Yeah.
Whoops. Just took a...
That's okay.
Just put it...
And I think that's when, well,
Henny?
when they came in, maybe after my first year. I
Oh,
don't
to
know.
visit you, right?
This
Because
was
there's...
kind of a gathering, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Look, yeah.
Little shots.
Wow.
Still dealing with selective service,
Yeah.
and that's a summer job I got at Maryland Training School for Boys.
Uh-huh. Huh.
outside Baltimore.
Mm.
And I think, oh, that was an important letter. Let's see. No, that's not the one.
We are pleased to announce grant. Oh no.
I got that was just a solid grant, but I got $100 a year or $100 a month.
Wow.
While I went there as a scholarship.
This will notify you that we shall make you an award of $792 for the group work funds payable at monthly intervals throughout the year. You'll work out the details of the payment with Mr. Conover at the time of registration. Yeah.
So that was $100 a month. That took me through,
Oh, I'm sure. There's Memorial Chapel.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Still there.
There's a student identification card. And an envelope, School of Social Work, student orientation.
And then my second year, I lived in this little building here. It's called a graduate house. And Pitt was right across the street here. And these are the guys that I live with.
Well, they look like good guys.
Yeah. And they were like chemistry. I think they were chemistry majors.
Huh. That's you there, right?
Yep.
Who's that?
That's Dave Fleischer. Actually, he and I had a room, and then right next door are these other two guys.
Oops.
I don't know what. That had to do with where I worked at a community center. And these. Remember, we saw that one picture. These are all the people in school of social work.
Right.
The other one was just my graduating class.
Wow. Yeah. Interesting. Second year students. I'll bet that other picture that I photographed earlier was right there.
Be, yeah.
Oh, here's that classic shot, Dad, of you.
Well, that was Atlantic City. There was a conference of social workers.
I'm sorry, let me get this closer. In Atlantic City, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's Greg.
Yeah, Stan's son.
And this had to do with graduating from Pitt.
Wow. Wednesday, June 9th, 10 o'clock, 1954. You graduated from with your master's degree.
Right.
And then the next day you went into the Army, right?
Well, a month later.
Okay. This it, the graduation?
Yeah. It was out in the lawn out there.
Wow, look at that. A lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that wasn't just for us, that was for the whole
Oh, yeah,
big
that was for the
university.
whole
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. That's Cathedral of Learning.
Franklin and Marshall alumnus.
Yeah.
Order
See,
to report.
Just kind of interesting here where another guy and I, let's see, both Corps of Larson, presidents of student bodies and recipients of the largest scholarship award. So that was amazing, and I got money,
Yeah. Yeah, that's great, yeah. Well, and this is order to report for indoctrination in selected services. So this is
That's it.
June 25th, 1954. So you had to report into the...
Well, I think the date was July 9th, July 19th.
Okay.
Daylight saving time, 7:30 a.m. Yeah.
7:30 a.m. you had to report to
the train station, I think.
to the train station.
That was a kind
There
of
it is.
initial orders.
U.S. Army recruiting main station. Private.
They were all privates
Don, where are you?
down here. Corps
Okay.
52283-753.
Wow. Oh, look at that. These are things you sent to your mom and dad, huh?
Yeah.
Cozy Corner. Core's Cozy Corner. Marlon L. Core, U.S. Here's your number. Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Yeah, I remember these pictures.
There we are.
You and
Jack
Coleman.
Coleman.
You.
I don't remember that guy's name.
G Company.
G Company.
Wow.
I think that was just from a chapel or went to, I don't know.
101st Airborne Infantry Chapel. Wow.
And this is in Columbia, South Carolina, and that's where they had all the hassle about the flag, you know,
Oh,
recent years.
really?
Right there, yeah.
Recent years?
This is a state building in Columbia, where they had to take down
The flag?
Confederate flag.
Oh, right, wow. Yeah. That's you?
Yep.
Wow.
Kind of ridiculous.
Oh, that's good.
And that's my arrival at Fort Huachuca. You know, that was my second assignment.
Fort Huachuca. Where's Fort Huachuca?
Arizona.
Now, didn't Grandpa Gonzalez go to Fort Huachuca?
He was there with black troops. Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, he was there with 1,000 black troops
Yeah.
during World War II.
Yeah, it's a really old base.
Wow.
I was only there a month. Yeah, I escaped.
Wow. My gosh.
But I had a right. I had a right to the major in charge of social services because sent my order, said I think I've been misassigned.
Right.
So and sure enough, I got a letter back and get out of there.
Oh, that's good.
Got the Lompoc. These are some friends. They didn't go to Pitt, but they were people I met while I was at Pitt.
General Corps. That's funny.
And that's just Arizona stuff.
Yeah. From back then, like Tombstone, Arizona. Thanksgiving.
This is Lompoc, see?
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of shows.
Oh, yeah, there, Pacific Ocean. There's
Yeah.
Lompoc. Wait, San Luis.
Let's see, where is Lompoc?
Ventura. Lompoc, right there.
Right in there, yeah. I had to take the train up to there and come back.
Where's that beach, Dad? That great, Point Conception. So right around here is like, what is it called? Halama Bay?
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah, that's it right up in there. Just shots of the prison from a distance.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Kind of places where we live.
Manual Guidance of Prisoners. 1954. Wow. Whoops. This is all postcards.
Yeah, Lompoc had all those flower fields, and they still do.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful flower fields, mountains in background, Lompoc, California.
That's a La Purissima mission.
Wow.
And again, I had all these pictures just because my friend was a post photographer.
Oh, yeah.
He was
So
always,
there's the classic shot.
always taking pictures.
Yeah.
No running shoes in those days. That just shoes.
Yeah.
That's before they came out. But,
Oh, look at that.
And that guy, the guy that was the
Very good.
post photographer, he got an invitation for me to go with him and visit friends over the first, and they got us tickets for the Rose Bowl.
Wow, that's great. So 1955,
55.
official program Turn of Roses Parade. Wow, that is fantastic. And that's a Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a ticket. That's great. Tunnel 14, row 51, seat 118. Wow. Intercollegiate football.
And that's a picture. It's a card I got from my grandpa, you know.
Grandpa.
Dar.
Uh-huh. Wow.
See what he says there? Marlon, I want to let you know that I am not too well on Sunday.
Something we're over with Stanley. I am 84 years old now. I hope you are all right. Right soon, Grandpa.
B.J. Dar.
B.J. Darjikowski.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow.
And Mom met him, you know, when we first got married.
Wow.
Yeah. And then these are pictures of, let's see, that's Keith, I guess. Yeah, that's Keith.
And then who's that?
That's Grandma.
Wait, that's Grandma?
Yeah, she used to be chubby, you know.
Grandma Core?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's Stan. Where's Liz? Is Liz taking the picture?
Must be.
Oh, no, because there's Liz right there.
There's Liz, yeah. Two boys.
Yeah. Stan with the boys.
Yeah.
Henny. Franklin and Marshall College.
Oh, this is a letter I got telling me that this guy was my advisor in college, Jerry Neprash.
Oh, that he died.
He died, yeah. There's a letter about that.
Coronary occlusion. So, clogging the arteries.
That's him. Yeah. And this is a letter that the guy had sent me not too long before that, you know. Yeah.
That's wild.
And he's the guy that helped me get that scholarship to Pitt.
Wow.
You know, he had a lot to do with it.
That's great.
Yeah, it's just a training thing up there, Lompoc. These are all Lompoc pictures.
Yeah. Muir Woods National Monument, California.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, look at that! I went to Mexico, Ensenada,
Yeah, we
in
sure
like
did.
1954.
Yeah.
And then look, Cadillac Motel, Ensenada, Baja California, Mexico. That's great. California's safest beach, Avila, California. Wow, that's. Look, you could see like the oil tanks up there,
Sure, that's
even
right.
then.
Yeah.
And that's Avila there.
That's Avila there.
Yeah.
You see all the oil tanks. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the guy, I guess it just polluted that whole
Sure did.
aquifer there.
Yeah.
Buellton,
Yeah.
probably.
They probably wouldn't use this word anymore to describe it.
In the gay Danish program, yeah. Probably not.
I think I may have sent this stuff home to Mom and Pop, you know, just.
Yeah.
But this is Santa Barbara.
Wow, yeah, that's right. State Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1954. Why celebrate the old Spanish? Why we celebrate the old Spanish days? Huh? Wow, look at that. California, whole different thing, huh?
Pictures of Santa
Volleyball on the
Barbara.
beach.
That's interesting. That's where we were.
Yeah, sure is, isn't
I'm
it?
gonna open this window here.
Look at that.
I'm dressed.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's almost 4, Dad. You
Oh,
bet we're
really? I better take a shower.
10 till 4.
Yeah.
The volleyball tournament. Were you in that?
Yeah. PFC court.
Wow.
Okay, Mark.
I have this ankle. It's kind of weird. Weird ankle.
Well, Dad, there's some shots here of like the California coastline.
Yeah, that was, he was stationed in,
Lompoc.
Lompoc.
Yeah.
And so all these are, around there.
Yeah.
That was Henny.
It's from that Henny.
Yeah. Because, Dad helped her in college, get through college.
In what way? Like,
Financial.
oh, really?
Yeah.
He gave Henny money?
money, yeah.
Wow, that's great.
The family, because he wasn't married. And
Right.
so he helped them, you know, he sent a check to help her through.
Right.
And she always remembers that, you know, she just is real grateful. She's just a really grateful person.
Yeah.
Do you want me to warm this up for you, honey?
What is it?
It's split pea soup.
Well, if it's warm, I'm good. I'll just have it warm.
Really? Just
Hey, that's
warm?
a great dress, Mom.
Really?
You look good. Yeah, I mean, I like the whole thing. Where did you get it?
Well, I was thinking, I mean, this
It's
is
real modern, you know?
This is 1 year old. And I
Yeah.
thought, if I can't find a dress,
Right?
I will wear this one.
You mean to the wedding? Right.
But the other one was okay, wasn't it?
Oh, the other one's great, Mom. You look great.
So it was okay.
That
It just
was great.
It was just new. This one is old. This one is a year old.
Right. You want to get that, the phone?
That's my other phone.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Your work phone?
I got my phone. So anyway, that's what I thought. I thought, I'll wear this if I don't, you know. Because I haven't worn this much. But then I found that dress. And
Right.
So I wore it. Is that all right?
Oh,
Of
which
course it
dress?
was. The other one. The other
Yeah,
one.
no, that dress was great. Was that a new dress? Was that the one that I thought that they
Yeah,
ruined that one?
I know they did ruin it.
But they fixed it?
But they stretched it.
Wow, that's
Is what they did. They stretched it. I thought, this is, you know, they can't possibly. I even bought another dress. So
Right.
That's not going to work. I should have just said, well, I'll wear this one. But I didn't.
Right.
I went and bought another. I
Yeah.
have all these dresses.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
It's just going to be warm. It's not going to be hot.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Is this garbage here, Mom? It's recycling.
That's recycling, and this is, over here is garbage.
Garbage is in here. Oh, boy.
So you got a lot done, huh?
Yeah.
Great. Great. So what do you think we should go? I mean, do you have ideas?
Where go where?
Should we go to a restaurant or
When?
on Dad's birthday? I don't know whether we should go to Santa Barbara and Aaron. No, or should we come here? Is it better to be at home? Yeah, maybe we could see a movie here, or we won't at Santa Barbara.
I'm just thinking.